Professor McIntyre uh, talking about Labaume Restaurant, and this is a tutorial on the dummy variable regression approach to estimating the effect of music, really. Uh, and we have two variables here now. We have day of the week, which has 6 values because the restaurant's closed on Sunday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's 6 conditions. And music, which is our second variable, has 3 conditions, which is jazz, classical, or none. And then we have our sales for each night. Now, we need to set up dummy variable columns here, one for each condition. Now, actually, it's 1 for each condition minus 1. You have to have 1 less because consider if you were having, let's say, gender, male, female, and you had 1 and 0. You'd only need 1 column for that. So you need, that's why you need 1 less column, because if they're all negative, then it's the last one. If they're all zeros, then it's the last one. Okay, so we're going to put here now the names of the columns that we're going to create, and we're going to leave out Monday. That's arbitrary. It could be any day of the week, but we're going to leave out Monday because we need to leave out 1. So TUES is Tuesday. And now this has to be exactly spelled like this over here because we're going to do a string match in a minute. Wednesday is WED, Thursday THUR. If there was even a space up here extra, that would be bad because a string match would not work. And then Friday, and then there's Saturday, and there's Sunday. And it's good to check if it's Saturday. Oh, no Sunday, of course. And then we have 2 types of music, actually 3, but we're going to leave out the none, the no music. So we're going to have classical and jazz. Okay, now we want to have our dummy variables here. So this is the day of the, we're going to look at this row now. And it was a Monday, so it was 0, not a Tuesday, not a Wednesday, not a Thursday, not a Friday, not a Saturday, right? And the music was jazz, so not classical, but yes, jazz, okay? And we could fill this whole thing out like this. Here on this row, okay, it would be, it is a Tuesday, it is therefore not a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It is not classical, but it is jazz. You could fill the whole thing out that way. But that's very tedious, and we want to do this programmatically. And what if there were 10,000 rows? So we're going to do this with an if statement. And so we're going to go if this column is representing Tuesday, and this day is Tuesday, then we want it to be a 1, right? That's true. If this were a Tuesday, it would be 1. Otherwise, it's going to be 0. So supposedly, it would come up 0 here. Let's see. And it does. Okay. Now let's zoom in on this a little bit. Now, if we drag this to the right or the take down, it's going to not... Let's do that. If we drag this formula here, okay, and look at it, now it's looking at jazz, Wednesday jazz. We don't want that. We wanted that to stay in the A column. So what we need to do here is to get rid of this wrong formula and go back to this one. And we're now going to change from the default of relative referencing to, they have relative referencing and fixed referencing, and we do that with the $sign, which I call always. So we want D always 1 and always the A column, and the rest is variable. So this is mixed referencing. Now, if that's working, these should all be 0. And if we come down this way, when we get to Tuesday, it should be 1s, which it is. Okay? So let's try this again now. Over here, we're going to copy this and put this into the music column, and then we're going to fix this. So we want it I, always the first row, true. And now for the classical music, we want to look at the music column, which is B. Okay? And now this should work on jazz. Okay? And we can bring this down. And actually, now we can double click on this drag handle, it's called. Copy cells, fill format only. Okay, let's just do this here. So that fills the entire rest of the spreadsheet. Okay, we can just check that, yes. So now we're ready to do our regression. And it's very important to look over these variables to make sure that the dummy variables are all working. Okay, so now we're going to go to Tools. And we're going to go to Data Analysis, which I think most of you are familiar with from OMIS 40 and 41, which is now ISA 40 and 41. So we want this regression, which is going to be our dependent variable. So we're going to put that in here. And then our independent variable is going to be all of this, all our dependent variables. And if we run this without labels, it's going to give us an alert because there's, so we need to say that there's labels at the top of the columns, and we're going to take this on a new ply, okay? And so here's our regression. Okay, we could knock off a lot of zeros here, get this down to something we can make more sense out of, etc. And so that ends our tutorial here, and I hope this gets you off to a good start on the Labaume restaurant data and doing a dummy variable regression. And then we're going to learn how to interpret all these results. Thank you.